Hello, good afternoon. My first question for you is: are you willing to help solve the serious world health crisis for more than 100 years if you become healthy and wealthy while doing it? As you have heard, I am Dr. Awitan, a physician and a retired orthopedic surgeon. I believe I am qualified to teach you how to be healthy and wealthy. I am 87 years old with network marketing experience for more than 20 years, and I have educated myself to take responsibility of my health issues so that I don't have to delegate that to somebody else. To obtain our optimal health, we have to take care of our physical, emotional, spiritual, and financial health. Research shows that some exercise is needed for your health. Excessive exercises, however, is not necessary. There is no professional athlete that reaches 100 years. Their average longevity is about 61 years, except for football players whose average longevity is 52 years. You cannot depend on our medical doctors to teach you to live longer. The average longevity of Americans is 76 years compared to medical doctors' longevity, which is only 58 years. We have a serious world health crisis because medical doctors are treating us with pharmaceutical drugs which only treat symptoms of disease but do not cure disease. What do doctors do when they see a patient with high blood pressure? They prescribe drugs that lowers blood pressure. When they see a patient with high blood sugar, they prescribe medications to lower blood sugar, but they do not cure them because they do not address the primary cause of diseases. The drugs their doctors prescribe are designed to be taken for life. It has been estimated that from the time the doctor begins to prescribe the medication up to the time of the patient's death, the doctor receives at least $750,000. I don't know how much the insurance company pays for the drugs during the duration of treatment. Prescription drug expenditure in the United States from 1960 to 2019 is 360.3 billion. That is $360.3 billion. That equates to $6.10 billion a year. Prescription drugs have side effects. How many patients read the warning enclosed with the prescription? Research has found that fewer than 10% of people examine their drug containers for that colorful warning stickers that sometimes appear on the bottle. Prescription drugs, with the exception of antibiotics, just treat symptoms but do not cure. Cure is only what the body can do. If we remove toxins from our bodies, avoid taking in more toxins into our bodies, and supply our cells with nutrients that they lack a need to begin functioning normally again. No medical doctor can disprove the fact what the Nobel laureate Linus Pauling said, that every sickness and every disease can be traced to a mineral deficiency. I'm really excited that John Austin has provided us with a well-selected products, necessary nutrients, which are minerals, vitamins, essential amino acids, and fatty acids that are needed by our body to function normally. These well-selected products address all the four causes of chronic diseases, which are namely, number one, dehydration, number two, lack of minerals in our cells, number three, lack of oxygen in our cells, and number four, accumulation of toxins in our body. I make no claims of prevention or cure for these products. I am only reporting what I have researched and learned from other doctors, researchers, scientists, nutritionists, and clinicians. You do not need to be a rocket scientist to understand that when your car runs out of fuel, that you need to refuel. The human body runs on pure water and minerals, and when your cells becomes dehydrated and get depleted of minerals, they shrivel up, making it easy for viruses and diseases to attack, which then leads to disease and premature death. Hydration drops is only one of the several products that I have found that can help your cells and organs to function properly due to being fully mineralized and hydrated. I know patients who could not be cured of psoriasis using standard medical treatment. However, one Russian study showed that psoriasis patients recovered after taking chaga mushroom. Our emotion affects our health. If we are depressed, has anger inside of us, and keep no forgiveness in our hearts, our immune system does not function well. So we have to do a careful confrontation of the attitudes and conflicts that are undermining our immune system. If we have a good relationship with our Lord, we are at peace. If we have money, and especially if we are financially free, we are able to afford good nutrition and the necessary nutrients that our body needs. Many times, I receive a call from people who saw our products, but they cannot afford to buy them. So they would just go to their family doctor who can prescribe pharmaceutical drugs that they can get from the pharmacy because the insurance space. We have already learned that medicine is a big business. Unlike any business, when money is involved, there can be dishonesty. When money is involved, there can always be a temptation to lie on the part of the doctor, a lawyer, a mechanic, a plumber, or any service professional when it comes to needing help with a problem that you are not capable of fixing. A second opinion is always recommended unless your mechanic or doctor tells you that they can solve your problem quickly and inexpensively without any side effects. So, what is the important lesson here? Always get a second opinion. Like when your car mechanic says he needs to replace your car's transmission, or when a doctor says you need a major operation. I encourage you to read my ebook, www.200diseases, that is 200diseases.com. The contents of that ebook is a product of my 5 years of research on how to stay healthy. Go to the table of contents on the left hand side and you will be directed to a page where you can read about the explanation and the recommended products. If you click any of the health issues or symptom or disease that you find there. Now let me give you a disclaimer. Any products that I recommend are products that I personally research to make sure that what I am using and recommending to others is safe, pure, and highly effective. I make no claims of prevention or cure and are not in any way a substitute for professional advice. I am only reporting what I have learned from other doctors, researchers, scientists, nutritionists, and clinicians. Our products have not been evaluated by the FDA. This information is for educational purposes only. You are advised to consult your family physician whenever you are starting a new regimen, especially if you're taking medications for blood pressure or blood sugar, because the dosages of these medications may have to be reduced as your body returns to homeostasis. Are you taking a prescription drugs for your high blood pressure that causes erectile dysfunction and render you impotent? Are you taking a prescription drug for your diabetes that causes more risk of heart attack, stroke, Parkinson's, or Alzheimer's disease? Are you taking prescription medications for cholesterol that causes Alzheimer's disease, or prescription for gout that causes peripheral neuropathy? Do you know that you have options to avoid the above side effects? Are you aware that the Journal of the American Medical Association, or JAMA, has reported that fatal adverse drug reactions are now the leading cause of death in the United States today? Do you know that antibiotic resistant infections kill over 100,000 patients every year? We must become fully informed of all options and use our inalienable right to choose natural remedies over conventional medical practices as soon as we can. Your personal education will make you learn to provide yourselves with nutrients so that your body can heal and cure itself. You will learn how to provide oxygen to your cells, how to avoid taking in more toxins into your body, and remove toxins from it with the right nutrients and health products. We people have to wake up from our prolonged slumber, unaware of what is happening to our health. We have to realize that we have a serious health crisis that our present medical establishment of conventional medicine does not address the primary cause of disease. We now know that the Morgans and Rockefellers financed surgery, radiation therapy, and synthetic drugs. The Rockefellers and Carnegie donated money to medical schools. The Rockefellers donated $100 million. That's $100 million to medical education in the early 1900s that skewed the whole thing in the direction of the pharmaceutical drugs. Doctors from that point forward in history would be taught to prescribe pharmaceutical drugs. This created our serious world health crisis. I strongly believe education of the masses, strong faith, and God's infinite power will eventually solve this problem. Matthew 17:20 says, "If you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, Remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you." Then Matthew 21:22 says, "And all things you shall ask in faith, believing, you shall receive." Why do I believe the solution will happen? Because I can see the trend. Follow the progression with me. First, we have John Austin's vision of building the largest company in the world that carries nutritional products. Number two, the birth of 200 diseases that come evil. Number three, the creation of well-selected shop primer products. Number four, the participation of shop primer members and leaders. Number five, the discovery and appointment of Dr. Stan Harris as official chief trainer of Chef Fremart to help promote the Fremart story to the world. I believe all the above are divine interventions orchestrated by God for the solution of this serious world health crisis. God created the human body in such a fashion that when we get toxins out of the body and get the proper minerals inside, the body will heal or cure itself. I have a strong faith and trust God that in America we will enlighten our legislators and those in power to realize this and act to solve the serious world health crisis. It may not happen during this generation, but my prediction is that the future and educated, enlightened generations will make this happen. However, since the solution will not happen soon, my recommendation is we have to educate ourselves. Read the 200 diseases.com ebook. Check the products that we recommend after you sign up for free at your sponsor's referral link. Then click on products, read their descriptions, and order the ones that you like. Then share your referral link, the ebook, and the free market story to your friends and to the world. By doing that, you are part of the movement. I conclude this presentation with the original question when I started. Are you willing to help solve the serious world health crisis that confronts us for more than 100 years and become financially free while doing it? Thank you for this opportunity of letting me speak to you today.